Wanted to do a follow-up video to the video that we did earlier about Cam Sutton. This has really not been sitting well with me the past, 5 or 6 hours. And I wanted to make a follow-up video about it because I wanted to be very clear on some things. Like I said, I'll read the comment section and I want you guys to stay in the loop. And the first thing I want you to see is, now this is surprising to me. I didn't see where the Detroit Lions put out any statement on their Twitter account, but this came from Danny Rogers. I saw Tim Twentyman put it out as well. Detroit Lions statement on cornerback Cam Sutton. We became aware of the ongoing legal situation involving Cam Sutton this morning. We will continue to monitor the situation and will not have further comment at this time. Now, I wanted to be very clear about something. First of all, Cam Sutton, the clarification from the last video, and if you watch the live stream, I went live and you know this information, that according to the tweets that I've seen, is that these incidents happened on March the 7th, which was 13 days ago. A warrant was issued for Cam. All right. They wanted the authorities. They wanted to speak to Cam. They tried every way to get him to contact him. His phone is cut off. They tried reaching him. So what they did, as after 13 days, they put the warrant information, meaning they put it out there on social media, which is where this thing exploded, that they were looking for him. That's why if you look at the top of the warrant picture, it says Warrant Wednesdays. It's apparently something that this particular sheriff's county does on Wednesdays, right? So, but I wanted to be very clear. First of all, I hope Cam Sutton is okay. I really do. And the Detroit Lions, knowing or not knowing, I think that they did know. And based on this wording, originally I figured there's no way they didn't know. But I think that they did know 100%. If you read the tweet again, it's something that caught my eye. It said, we became aware of the ongoing legal situation. They knew, in my opinion, about the initial situation between Cam and the whatever he's going through. And what they did, the ongoing, is now the fact that it is, and the warrant is out there and that it's been put on social media, if you understand what I'm saying. I find it very hard to believe that the Detroit Lions, a multi-million-dollar organization, a staff of over 100 people, 150 people, no doubt. And probably you have all of these different departments. There has to be somebody that keeps an eye on this. So did they know? I think they did. And that's why one of the reasons that they might have gone so hard in free agency with cornerback, because of what could happen with Cam. Now, I want to be very clear on something. I am hoping that he's okay, but I also want to say this. We have this whole innocent until proven guilty thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to break it to you, but that is something that happens in the court of law. There's another thing called the court of public opinion. And the court of public opinion is how a lot of people are judged nowadays. It's just the harsh reality. If you have charges that are brought against you, we've seen NFL players who are innocent of their accusations and some that are guilty. But what we know that happens immediately in most cases is a reaction. Teams sponsors, they don't want to be connected to anything negative, right? So I have no idea if Cam Sutton is innocent or guilty. All I know is that according to the sheriff department, there was enough evidence there to issue a warrant for his arrest. That's based on what they said. Now, my thought is this. If I was, and I don't know what Cam Sutton is going through, so I can't speak for him. If it were me and I was in his position, being a man of substantial wealth, of the status that he is, the fact that you're Cam Sutton, right? You're not just a regular dude. You're Cam Sutton. Everything you do is going to be blown up. It's going to be supersized. Right. So if it were me, I am going to immediately hire an attorney. I'm going to immediately get in front of this thing, unless I was advised by my attorneys not to say anything. right? I would have them doing the talking. But I'm not going to say that he's innocent or guilty, but as far as myself, if I am innocent of anything, I'm going to speak about it. I'm not going to disappear for 13 days. And again, I don't know what mental state he's in, and he's not me, I'm not him. That's just how I would handle it. But when it comes to whether Cam Sutton is guilty or not, what I'm trying to say to you guys is that it kind of doesn't matter when it comes to the court of public opinion. And although is it right? It's not right, but it's just the world we live in. He could be found. You ever hear a person that they're accused of something, immediately terminated from their position, sponsors are dropped, they have to go through the legal process, they're never the same because their reputation is damaged. You know, there's a saying about the only thing a man has is his reputation, right? His word and his reputation, because that's something that is very difficult to repair. So I'm not saying that it's okay. I'm not passing judgment on Cam. There are multiple sides to every story. What I will not do is react in a certain way toward a woman. That's what I will not do. But when it comes to Cam, whether he's guilty or not guilty, that's not for me to know or not for me to decide. That's not for me to decide. I'm not a police officer. I'm not a detective. I'm not somebody out there, on the streets trying to solve crimes. That is not my department. But I'm simply saying that whether Cam is guilty by law of these charges, he's already been judged in the court of public opinion, which, believe it or not, is a real thing. It's enough to derail lives. It really is. It will change the trajectory of somebody's entire life to be falsely accused of something. We've seen it happen time and time again. So, but more importantly than all of that, there are two people that we know of that are affected by this. The person that brought these allegations forth, right? And then Cam, is he okay? I was talking during the live stream about this and to people off air about if you are, how are you Cam Sutton and you can't be found in 13 days. If I probably would be caught after 3, right? And I'm just a regular dude. So if there was somebody actively looking for me, I would be probably found within 72 hours. But for Cam to now be 13 days, his phone is off. There's nobody's seen him. Nobody's been able to contact him. This now is much more scary than I could have imagined. So I just wanted to make it very clear that Cam Sutton right now has not been released. I think the Detroit Lions they were aware of this situation and they want to make sure that they are on the right side of this thing and not release somebody when it could be something like we have to find him first. We got to know. They want to make sure that Cam is okay before, because it's not like it's been 3 days. It's not like it's been 10. It's been 13 days. 13 days. So from what I read, just to recap, from what I read, the warrant was immediate. They could not, but they did they just decided to broadcast it today. This thing has been going on for 13 days, but you and I are just now hearing about it because of social media. So I have not judged Cam. It is not in my right to do so, right? As far as this, I just, want to make sure he's okay. The people that were involved in this are okay. And he has not been cut by the Detroit Lions. And the court of public opinion sometimes has more power than the actual court of law. So I just wanted to be very clear about that. Now, unfortunately, we have to continue to talk about the Detroit Lions in other videos, and we'll do so, but we'll keep this whole situation close to the chest, and we'll be monitoring it very closely, because I'm starting to feel like there might not be the happiest of endings. And I just would be devastated if I'm already devastated. Like, it's really got me feeling some type of way. And I just don't know how this thing is going to end. So just wanted to put that out there. I have not judged, nor will I judge Cam. The first thing is to find him and make sure that, he's safe, and we go forth. Now, I'm not trying to discredit or disregard the person that the allegations were brought forth by. They are also a primary concern. All right. But it's just weird dealing with something like this. It just really kind of does say how much this impacts us, because we don't know these guys. They don't know us, but they feel like family, right? It feels like it kind of happened to us. So in no way am I trying to discredit a person that's been through this or trying to overlook that. I'm just saying that the Detroit Lions released a statement. Cam is innocent until he's proven guilty in the court of law. But we all know that the court of public opinion is something different. So let me know what you think. It's tough being in, like, this is weird for me. Weird having to talk about this, because this is when it's real. Like, we talk about football and I want to pass rush and people get mad at my opinion, but this just wipes all of that aside and it becomes real at this point. So let me hear your thoughts. Yeah, take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.